na ensam na foforo bi ka we ho na ye de be so mo don hwere ba ko ya edi yanim sa promise 102.7 FM anwumre no nsia KaseƐ ne promise television KaseƐ na woni aso ya sene ebi ye 3p garlic mixture piwak natural na akofa ede aba ya eduro we wonom na aboa ama ho ede CPS ta ebusu immune system ne pa ya nyare ansa na ya nom wonom ne esiesie dipadua no mahuhuru mu nyina ama wodi atimi ade afu sane eye wo ye KaseƐ mo so wadru na 3p garlic mixture no ebi obi a wonsa no night ayo tititi no ya anum bi esiesie mafichi komu yi wo hawo bia e di free ho no emma ti ye kan foma obi a ba bia ye to nuro bia 3p garlic mixture na hwehwe kira kwan wo pedodo atu anu afre 0248 928824 0248928824 eso sa na bo shaba electricals so si buronya na abawie sese ufie ma honye chirin enkane ya papa de efe de wodi sese wo dem a eyi dan ne fe epie de wodi be sese o flower mu wo so gate de nyina wodi bi abade ekode ekonkon a nti ya kan form a chandelier light we benya bi corner light gate light LED light a free 3 watts equals 24 watts and a steady lamp ewo ho LED floodlight no be ya ma Christmas convention hodro ebe ko ho no we dey a shrine panty e panel crowd form a ubehu CCTV cables ne cameras nso wo ho the other bebo outdoor indoors na dey twa no hu 360 degrees no enso ebi ewo hanom and now this solar standing fan enso abba nti edum kane akora wa charge nti no wo dey wo fan wi ahoden na eje ye kan foma sane ma nyina wo pe ba ko betimi ato wo pe se wutuntu a wo ba hanom a wo betimi atubi edum PZ kejetia Dubai no enhwe ani mo ho no ma PZ to abosafo fro no masi no na Maame Atta akofo building wo PZ nso outlet no ebi wo ho na KaseƐ no wo party vi abrosan mu e wo Bosheba Plaza ye be Wesley Methodist na Kumasi Central Prison roundabout no 0322030838 0322030838 and 0536095966
One madam and yatrasi anwumre KaseÄ no yade eba abesom Wofa Atta Frimpong ni meeting ni abia
Maame Nyarko papa bi
said the ensem no ntire musiti ayemfa emamo nei aye Ghana Water Company Limited jumako ya wonum de drobe mu sukrojen som wo manfo wonum jumayafo mpanifo no wonum kabom ko jumtere ni abede ya kire vice chairman at the senior staff association of Ghana Water Company Limited Ababa friends and trofo asiemu ewokuo no na wode nsem atodwa na Owura Emmanuel Opoti kodi ansem ya woka wo kire se na anu fiada papo atutu mu no na botae no nyese wonum ede ebetwe timamufo aso na emom niema bi enkoso ya wonum niema bi ekoso a wonum antiase na wonum ede kire wonum ani ya na enso ene se wonum kire mu wonse bongro bi a wonum manager fo mienu bi etimu ene obi akwa akodwiri bongro no atwagu na no na ma wonu yo madwense wonum su ni akodie bia ya wonde bekon eka nsuo no a wonum chinchim duro ben no na ababa som yentine wonum so ede oya woni ahomete ebetum na afei wamano yehunu se ni ekoso no wonum ebo enyoso ani ade ni nyina nsansantam se de ababa to edwa dada se private developer bi ene sabre oko Ghana Water Company Limited wonum atena bia se ya KaseÄ se rezone ya ma ho aba ne de nti woje na managers no ba bi umbetena panfo so mapa bi fura wonum so mu mpe ene ade na ema adwumafo no ye kire friends and trofo asiemu KaseÄ wonum ama donhwere aduonu nan ya ma ameka ho bibia amfa amwa wonum a wonum betu nsuo no ampa ne se fiada no wonum atu mu ani omanfo na otwe wie ya woni a wonum dan Ghana Water Company Limited nsuo no ho akire umpa na no santrofo asiemu no omu fra ya wonum edi sanchire mu ibae
ye kire kakra na ye ho em se yen se workers no niema bia ne se anase akade bia ye di amayen se yen fanye adwuma no yen de ye bo humpan na ye yes if you so for na man any enchirema waja se enti so wo ye bibi obi ye bibi na se sa ade no ebehwe ya ese ye so ye de ye sorry then so sani amu ko hokra ko bubu wedan na obi timo no na entwa yi kra enti on se na enye yakoma mu se ye bedi na omu nsu padnia na ɛsɛ ye den ɛyɛ ɛno no say ye KaseÄ ye nana bi say Turebu Akobia or the Netidi Atrema say ne fact no at the time ebia of course ye mfa ne nyesa wena omo anti ase ba echema abenya eho mfaso ntinia ye kan say ye edi abo Ghana water ni Ghana any asanteman enyama etwapade ho na asiye amaye nyina.
Clearly, as our brother has indicated, the strike has been suspended pending a swift resolution of this matter. I wouldn't want to talk much, but what I want to say is that to the land encroachers, the message we have for them is that you can manipulate processes to acquire so-called documents. You cannot manipulate the minds of the workers of Ghana Water Limited. We are doing this standing by Ghanaians. These people are acquiring these things for their individual interest, but we are there for the interest of Ashanti-Man and the whole of Ghana. So whatever action we are taking here is in the interest of the people of Ghana. This extends to every part of Ghana. If anybody has any intention to take any land of Ghana Water Limited, we are giving indication that if any such action takes place, we will take the appropriate steps to take back our lands. Right now, going forward, those places that they've demolished, we expect that they go back to rebuild them as we have indicated.
Ora Emmanuel Ote Kodia ne ana yate ya ene nua ba akodi kan etwi nua ne Asante KaseÄ mansa no ba bepoton brofo KaseÄ yi ne nsam ne nkyire mu nyina no
yawo ensuo ehon nsensam na ne de mo kwabri east mensim ewo Asante mantam mukuro ya ye fe na senua atadwe o manfo mo ho no mawe ate de na chesa senua na tafo pankoro no na wo kɔ medoma ehwa na chesa senua na wodru no wo mo se wo mabre ensuo ho papa mensuo ho nsam de eden ewo mpatam ho no ne ekuo bi ya ye fe na hive ecosystem eyeku a ensha abanyase non governmental organization o matimi akeka wo nsa se de ya wo no akotu obura ni bi wo hono ma che so mo de pipe asiso e de ama wo mo na ya ni kasam ama Benjamin ewu aya wo ye program coordinator ema hive ecosystem for achemu se o manfo ha wo mo fam e wo hono mo no ene ebi o mo ti bi a mo be ya adoye e de ema wo mo na eyedwuma o mo die ye nkrotwa hodo nsuo ho ode no o mo na mututu obura ni bi ema wo
hive dwumedi a eninti ama ye frɛ amanfo mo ba ha nyina ne se yebabua enkronkuma in fact omoye mamu ha ensuo eho ye ohaw kakra ewo ho na this is the 18th and we ne toso du nwotwe ayetu no oman Ghana mu asenua ekro nso eye kura in fact omonso na ensuo eye haw kakra ewo ha kuro no nyina no omokɔ baabi ayeso mutwa ka kwan mu ne ekogu nsuo nti omone ye bidin komo se ne be ya yebetumi nso abeboa omo we nye hive yabe hand over we enye hive dia bio eye oman ne dia ti ne yesre pa ne se omo behwe so yi bibi kakra na be se ya omo ya na omo ye omo man enda ho because se echa na fi esa e develop bibi foforo ti adesrede ane de be se omo abofra empanifo bia enye hwesofo Emma Japade no na enche Emma nchirima
Owura Benjamin Ewua woye program coordinator Emma hive ecosystem adwumakuo no ene omukọ bie boho no ewo eye asenua na wode nsem yitu dwa nanso hono ma wo hene ya wo wa asenua ye so okuni chene nsa no antoma yechi o ma kire o mani so papa wone ne manfo o ma kan nsuo ni bi ahwe a kire sese de wo hawa o mo fam wo nsuo ho no hive ecosystem for eye free wa ma wo
e be se committee for nsa ni committee for ne betu o mo fo se o mo bebo nsi ni ho ban ma ye ko nsuo ye so bo ho ban ya ta ha fi bo hive medical da o ma fi bebe medical to mon campaign na mo kan tinkro no o mo ba cha krum enu bidin ko mo hakra ti mi mo ne ho di hakra ke be da o ma fi
bebe se ye nuanum hive for o ma kai e mo bro hu na ye de ya de sede to won wanim no ma ne hwamo no ma ne kware mo ma di so abaya mai o ma boa ye kwaso nko so bebre empo na nkenso ni ha na nke ye mo bopa ma nyame da ma ye na me nuanum hive for so ntino oma bedum nti say ye free mo bro so nti da wo nyina se
asenua hanom de na nsuo ho de pa wa hanom tisiu ni ya na eti hanom no na ye twa kwa anim ni akobu nsuo na menyem na metwa kwa mu na mebu nsuo ahomache da no nyame nko ankaka ebo me nsuo ya mo de abre wa haidie eni age pa edamase amishiram
enedai esima ba be bie sansuo ama esimia krodue ya na ye asida PSC pa na ye de ma efufo tinyame wonhiramo sema ba ba ye akoma so ade ade ama ye won
so na ba halde ya de ma sinyame nhiramo nyamo makoma so ade anya dai emi de ma se ni asem bi ebeka asida ebeka se ede nhira nyame nhira ede ma wo
omanfo ye omo asenua Kwabu East Krosrimu Asante Manchamu ya hive ecosystem for abetu obura e de pipe we si so de ama wo mu bi no ene no ma kire wo mani so ene wo mani age wo nsuo ho hawa afri won so ne ho
yemura amoyesem ni amamu mu kakra na said ye nyina nim no brashe dwafie mu ache amene speaker of parliament yura abambaben pempe so na bato no aba beben no ana ne brashe dwafie wotu mu puru ka chiro mu se brashe dwafie beba asetena bie mu a na yato aba no awie ene saabre no domkuni wonum bono a antentam na yato aba no awie ene na mrashe dwafiem asetena wonum efrase na wonum ko asetena na mrashe dwafiem achi amene yewra abankins sportsman baben abo moten na wode nsamato dwa wochirim se nyam ye ni nukure nie mampenda da John Dramani mama Ghana fo ato abade aba no se on samra mebu wo man Ghana biem no papa no ontumi ni Ghana hwamo de biada ni kwan so odi Ghana hwamo nso na wose mampenda da John Dramani mama ni obeka kire nsa da roma ne boy ya wahye Ghana fo se wo man no atete apansamti wo benya daje na watutu wo man no ne ene super pass nyina de aguguo ne mu awe na ache wode na de wa twitwitwim ne ade no owia wasan hyehyɛ ne biemu ne akwasi bronka no reset no wose ada roma obo modern fancy na ni so na wonya ne sa pepepepepe se de wahye Ghana fo bo ama Ghana fo nya ho ahotoso ato abano boom edi ama no wose nyame ne nukure nie sabe wokwadi otane se kura no ayi ni mirika na mampani abede chire Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia wose wobona baso papa ne wo man no mu adwo ne mframa asumdwe mframa yebo wose fa kase no agina Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia so firi se ebra abato no eba na wieye na ye hwe ani mu se sunsuaso beba na ase wie mu ohye kakra ede ma oman no ye sentem so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia ba bonte so be ma ne nsa so ka se waji atum wadi ntwonti we no wontwentwa so ma nya yi bia no mamu jo fom papa nti waya ade na afi na dem kwakufu adon so wo so obo na baso pa wo hihya wodo ya ni nyina mu wo bo modern na wadigu akwamu na abato ntumi eba so na afi kura so Ghana fo so ya ade tu hu ache ni aba no se de esi to ye no kire se ye ka mam kabi demoni nua krachi anamono nyaade se ye wetiri afri hu eno aso ene befra nemum mampenda da jo mama de wosre no ma woni Ghana fo hwamo.
We have learned some lessons in the aftermath of voting, and I'm hopeful steps will be taken to remedy the defects in the electoral system and process, particularly of collation. Despite these drawbacks, the spirit of cooperation and respect exhibited by majority of the voters and political leaders reflect the resilience and maturity of our democracy. Let us acknowledge, appreciate, and celebrate this achievement and use it as a solid foundation stone for continuous dialogue and collaboration as we work together to build the Ghana we want. To some of you, honorable members, this meeting may be the last moment of service within the corridors of Parliament, but certainly not the end of your political service or end of life. You never know what life holds in store for you. I encourage you to soldier on. Who knows, you may be in the near future, you may join the group of members of Parliament referred to in this House as we shall return. Kindly take and remain hopeful of the future.
Ononyafo abambaben ana yetene kana ononyafo atoba forsen ya sabre mrashe bidafie we enyanwu yenti wona da so aye dom kuma ba no dani minority leader yenya Simon Penny wie na afei amamu foforo no hyase ana oba be majority leader no so obeto aso so onto aso NDC for na be kire na won so wobo abaso ya NDC amanyoku wonumra se odwafo ene ekitafo nyina obo onum abaso papa se nim kase ya won di yi eye adwumaden ya wonum eboye ene enya agro wonum echini wo manga na nutu ne nata nyina ntwe awodo so ena wonuni Ghana fo kasa ya Ghana fo enam so Apple NPP aban ya eti akonwa so ebu man no a yato abande ama NDC amanyoku no kiremu se NDC aban ye ba bande nyankropon ya adoma wonum anam otuo biara ebe yemfa so de ede ama oman Ghana nyina.
The Speaker, what happened on the 7th of December post was a revolution, the people's revolution, what I call it. It was a revolt against a government that is obstinate, insensitive, high-handed, and dismissive of public opinion. It was a revolt against a government that called people with dissenting views names, such as detractors, cynics, naysayers. The Speaker, sometimes they call views of dissenting people as Sambalat and Tobias. Ghanaians have clearly shown that they cannot be taken for granted, and that when it matters the most, they will either reward those in office or punish those in office. Right, Honorable Speaker, it is obvious that MPP has been punished for its poor governance, economic mismanagement, obstinacy, greed, state capture, arrogance of power, impunity, disrespect, lawlessness, and persecution of political opponents. Mr. Speaker, the lesson is that what happened to the MPP and the outgoing government is that the political class cannot and should not take the people of Ghana for granted. This calls for introspection on the part of the political class. It is also a call for deep soul searching on the part of those in leadership who ought to have been heard when government engages in acts of impunity, lawlessness, and destruction.
Ononyam for Alexander Fenyo Markin so sabra ye kase Brazil jefiem dom kuni onba no dani aban we nya ma na wie yende won mu na da so majority no na 7 January yaso mampani John Dramani mama in na wie no waso afene mo so aye no ofiri woko na adania NPP Brazil jafo no sei ene wonu so ahwan sei hui nti won ba be dom kuma na yenya nya nsa de ese won na da so dom kuni Brazil jefiem wo na won ba no dani won nyafo afenyo makense anu onso kirem se ade a mampani abede kire Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aye no nyame no nukrenie wo se esu bi ema dakura se oba mountain entem so sa na wo babeje abato no sunsanso atumu se wawe no wo se nyame anim esu bi ema denti wo se abaso bopa.
On the 7th of December, this mandate was rightfully exercised by the people of Ghana. They did so peacefully, without fear. They have elected a president and members of parliament. It is without doubt that our friends in the NDC have emerged victorious. And I take this opportunity to congratulate the leader of the minority side and his team for such an unprecedented feat. I also congratulate His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama on his election. Mr. Speaker, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia did something very unprecedented. We've never witnessed it in the history of our politics before. Relying on his own internal collation, at 9 a.m. on Sunday, he publicly acknowledged the outcome of the elections, conceded and congratulated the president-elect, who was yet to be officially declared by the Electoral Commission.
Ononya for Alexander Fenyo Markin Ninsam ana yeti
ye ramu wo epoye mansam emu osino district courts empanifo no matena se no motena se no nipa dunum ya omo ye NDC echitafo e wa yensu ano constituency ya mo omo bill ye che won na asem ni nkyere mu nyina ye se yetiefo ne ahwefo be kaya ebra ye to abawie ye na abato komisa ebobo abano no mu kyerem ho mrahye bedwani a omo abonidin se wono na adi nkunim aida adwasi edu no enye wono ene wo so wodi nkunim ti NDC fo ne bu fui pa e ma samote ya yesi ayensu ya no constituency isi office wo honom no mudi jakoto mu e wa suboy e ho nsensam na no nanam so e ma ye che wo mo na asam no panifo aguso e se wo mu idi ne se no mo tena ase a e koba se his worship Salifu Bugiri Ayagiba otiete nsemu ano wama enipa dunu mu bill ya obi aye 20,000 Ghana cedis ye 200 million sikada de animu na atu omutiri so a adomdom ya ne opepon ana January bosome ne de tosu dunan na ombesa akokọ to biom na se de nsam no ekoye no opani okobo okwadu iya ya ban kwadu bofo detective chief inspector Kamal Salifu Guma ochire hu se de medical cheche mu na se no omunti omo ho ase na omodi ye jakoto abato komisa ne office ni mu no no so wo sa pebre ye obetimi dia ye hwehwe mu nyina ama na sie enti council na lawyer ogina mu ma nipa du no lawyer Isaac Mintalabi no so yes anya sa dia ono so baji bill ama ne nkrofo enti wodi adesrede ye etwo panifo anim no PM pani a wotena adwam his worship Salifu Bugiri Ayagiba eti asem no ya bill no wodi ama won enti 14th January no mbesan ababium na council no ene sentwofo di nkomo
NDC members ni na police allege say someone for say is office no ayensu ya no ba nya ba so say ba ko na ye be he na itimi epebi obene inti nyame adumene ya ba pebi nyame oya ya inti ajibe odia mo inti da me ko asem de ya sheda 14 January 2025 in e be say ba asem so no the part of the routine bill he said police am pursue investigations into court says ya mom bill ya mom report to KB regional police command so they don't say come to be any anomaly about police investigation it's one of those normal things then will be police obey any there ya mom bia 20,000 bill into ya be be agent now with me the charter trace 20,000 bill and a Japanese January to work a charge sheet ni should be 15 court not grant me now as a lawyer this is one of the most peaceful elections and we have presidential ya clear people and parliament the answer Kenya problems but them say when you crack but me say yina no ya dem ran ye juma be dia betudi dem ran it be dia betudi we know the accusation the accused we no interest why evidence na betre enti esi ane de be na hia ronya ba okochi obi tumu na se nipa na nyebone ya wodi nipa na mo be ko so empanyifo mo ire ne ma e bi so ku mi ho de ade enti so mo kofi no ku ko prepare so de asema to so parent se enti nipa mo bi so se be oti atia so de ne kota kasa kota mo mo bi enti obi abe kofi no na busu yatimi akofi ronya is a police nya evidence na fine on beto aso mo nya so so de ya e be ba asem ne Isaac Mintalabi
Isaac Mintalabi Esquire wono na ye council ana woje we samela ni muni ema NDC achitafo dunum na omuja Osino district court ne yama omu bill no
abatuo yi ni ekire nsensem ni ade no amu na yeda so woyi na kwakwa ba sa abatuo mbesua no bi wo no mu abesi sabre abatuo commission sunsun aso no mra se bedwa ade no wonum timi fama meto mountain so na abatuo commission sense asumdwe ebebenti no mia na wonum kenkan no ma bobo no ko ba se NDC achitafo ni ade penchen ni ade nti o se wonum eyidi ko ba bia bambo mbetimi ayire mu na ne wonum aka ne fenchem na ni ombiom dia ba beto mountain so na no na NPP sungoguru kwa manyoku wonum mamuni nyina trofo pani general secretary onunyamfo Justin Frimpong kodua wa friends and trofo ese modin semato dwa no wchirim se wosre enei bambo ku ya yete yesoronko a wonum hwe abato no ntoto yeso National Election Security Task Force se adawro mo modien na bia ye recollection no ba bia ema no yes akenkan no afoforo ewo police training school wonom no ewo bambo National Election Security Task Force emo modiem ye bia mpa free se ewo kura anso no NDC fo no asan abo apia wonom enu osre owura George Kufu Dampare IGP se adawroma nebo a wo se yese obema bambo atimi awie payo na abato ne kenkan bibi atimi awie payo no woni bo senso na onumnyire bambo mfiri se NDC agitafo ne wonum ewo police academy tesa no ho no ahomete
electoral commission bi anu apolite results na wie na so NDC for macho man for to trust mo ho share electoral commission your candidate say results MPP and your MPP the MNDs never NDC the MPP our this candidate to issue so say obu na say bako parliament then na okay and no teaching your candidate nsa we are no free our north southwest and so your candidate or who should votes are now here 16,058 and this candidate now 16,000 your candidate now 16,058 and then this candidate now 15,372 and no share vote margin the BTN this now there is 686 votes and also say this for 2 transfers or mama electoral commission and quality results then we over 30 man south so honorable Martin Kokweji Mensa Kosa no din kunim or sa constituency our votes are near quality we now 46,468 as against NDC candidate we now 43,365 votes and also said the NDC 4 years to transfer more Kaikwe Central Afano Southwest and Afano South Afano North no sa no de ko ha the Chiman South intimi kan we in Sawa Adwede so the same issue and the course so e wo ho and the crowd there said the area afenyo mapping majority leader kan no the question was tesano na KaseÄ electoral commission eto aso intimi kan we NDC the patapasem to transfer sa masa exercise
ononya for Justin Frimpong Kodua NPP amanyuku churo for pani ani atene kan
ye kwa homa so ni ani owura Frederick Adai ya oye special aid na bo for sonko CEO chief executive officer of the National Service Authority ano edi enkomondan sam ni nyina efa ensensama ababonti sese chiremu say National Service adwumakuo no ghost names ni say asahase over 2028 2029 edibesi 2023 ni 2024 na na chese ghost names na na asahase nipa no omonya adwuma no de bi omudi wo payroll so yes ka no efa baabie ehun sem bebre eno na nam so ama National Service Authority mpanifo ababonten ebechem sensem wekure ni nyina so eyehrodo wi adasem ene ho nsem a omakeka awe sese kura na abefo kwan so ene omudi yi omudwuma die bibia electronic ena omudi ye bibia nti eba ne sen ena eba kowa krata mu sika sen anase ghost names esa wo honom ena omakeka sika kra oman no sans omudi electronic measures ba ye no oman atimi anya nyina no honsem omudi ababonten na yese anwoma eda eseni wura no nti anu wura Frederick Adai edi enkomo Freddy Majue
ya eso minuaba
and some no dear mobile be ya no esa entesa ya pesa ya ti free wa no senti na entesa
yo mamenchia eye oyepa etiefo ene precise etiefo ni ahwefu nyina emra oyepa promise etiefo ni ahwefu minua ba se nyina itiawa men kasa kase se etiefo ni ahwefu aso ene omani Ninyane say National Service Authority enchaye na yetete no mframa mu say enema bi asabe eyeketa se hye ni mframa hye ekoso but the edikai asem no nya sa na tie so wo hye emna yero o say be eko National Service 2021 ebesi mi no KaseÄ ya setiefo be ni ahwefo be kaya okoye ne first na oye ne say yete ghost names ewo ho another sabe one way ni kwasi eti omoka na emum no yede oman sika eti omoka eti de oye ne se obefa kwan bi so na wa yi sa afri mu ampa o set up committee na se badwa emom hwehwe mu omhwe mu se nyina ebe kaya over 120 million Ghana cedis na set for be kaya etimi eye so si die yi free mu eno sa danche emra e ba sa no na o ka se da bi sabe eye nipa ho adwuma ne na say institution obi nka say yentimi ntena en cancer sabe prejudice national service na bia na sabe nipa bia ni kwase eti omoka on kanasa enti ma wona ma ba fokwan so ade fidie egugu akwam ya ebi metric app no de tia ne say obi biara wo ya national service bia no o register in fact national service first and foremost a process and sana uba hunu say ya ma obi letter to onko national service no na nipa kro no aye obi a wa fill in the forms electronically online it's a true process And answer no so national service the character echo all the institutions, all the universities. And now say accredited tertiary institutions say, oh my God, and the letter come on, we say, and then into a big diamond list. Yeah, kind of master list. Emra, na mo this young for no, Emma Sabi. Sadia, Emra can say, be a Sabi. Why didn't it here or my God, be also about several buying out about small buying for 1 year. It's first and foremost all the universities no at the list eba. Omuna the barrier and son and national service go through process. I created your funny piece. The piece, you know, you creative and no any original store and creating your friends and national service number. And year no. Now you go through no because of Ghana card, you know, and easy. Sasa be sabe mpledia sa obi ebeti mia ba be wram abra onye sukuu ni e mfa nse bia kwa me nkoma suapon mu ana se University of Ghana ana UCC
ana KaseƐ service
na ya register mu na wi a ansana ye be post mu no ye be ma oman no ate na se be issue communique ana se press release aba se ye be national service ye shate. It will be beer, what go through it, and go through some process in Biano. Konako showed you. Who showed in every year, a year. I say, Oko National Service, I share a district in the regional. Ubako showed the answer, the Dika Crabbing card with the Empan say beer or a repair FM, and you're posting the part of the National Service. Yet, Netua, I was a back or a repair, not a crata, a German of the National Service. Yeah, not a panel. Also, a promotion number endorses. In the first place, one daughter say, okay, so any power you bet me a general and national service. And also bet about the age more. And you're no more diapa. Omoba, in your bar, bet me a friend any person. And also be a national service piano. Oba, you do go through process, registration process, no. The Edikai, you will be your friend of metric up, no. Aya wanim ewiase obia ni aya sonko obia nsa no aya sonko enti apart from say odo nsa ebeto afidie so na trese aya wo obenti anata aya wo asmati na ye dia compare o krata ye di free University of Ghana anata UCC ana any accredited tertiary institution ye ni nyina awia ansana ya san ama wagina ho na ye de metric up no ya san de ahwewanim you tell picture we na automatically no na call server so our national service head office na we ni nyina ya ansana region no ya gi atum na say national service agi atum say am pass we go through process ni nyina wie na system we say na system a service employee say obi abetimi move system no dem fan say bi oyerepa FM eho ye fa bibi say Joe Fenson your friends and young fans have machine beyond your code. Natural cap be your code. If young fans says or a FM and a registration center, your code or your FM area, and it means or your FM studios. And see from end to my boss and as a crowd. A bata won't mean find your registration movie. A just a baby. Yajia to Munaya Nam GPS. About for council, computerize it. Your system no amasa machine na ni code e bia so unique code enti ewia ni nyina awia ansana woni pakro wadi se obey national service enti yero test dey eba these are some of the things that odi egu akwa mu a enu nti ama en national service no enye ide se obi betimi e de sabe e dia eni kwa so national service aba be wrem enti sama yakoso no de e mesre se etiefo na so men kan se stakeholders etiefo ahwefo Ghana for asanteman obia o ti o repair from na so o magana bia tansam na ekoto omowu enya no kre but enene na 12 December 2024 ya emra tansam na ekoto no management any board and transfer board the share ama me no ka say asem no omodi am NIB National Investigation Bureau so okay yentimi ntie ba side it's yansha na yamma sabi institutional omoya in charge of investigation emrem timi no ka say esa wo NIB ya omo no so investigation And no sad and say, a crobby so at the ama a OSC, Office of Social Prosecutor. That's a cromie and ring and HMU. It's a thing say, for now, no, Obia GDA or National Service, they no minimum than that. You just uncle so. You know, they call National Service, and to say some about for part to take good years. Even not policy document to cram, maybe no, and Yellow says today, Etimi Ama, and the National Service policy document. Ama Rebecca just last month. His Excellency the President. I call launch the authority status. Yeah, the National Service scheme. Yeah, they say any status. These are some of the things I think you do in community jubilated at least for the first time. No, National Service started somewhere in 1957. Yeah, and then the more by 1980. Yeah, 1980, and you signed the First Act. 1973 decree, 1980, Ibenya the First Act, Act 426. Amen, Yanya National Service Act 119. Yeah, and then the idea, Juma, Amen, International Service, Moya Kono, and the Ghana and Nia branch and Ababa will be a national service. And that's you pursue, you pursue. Emma, you mounted here. Emma will be a national service. One catacribit in a kitu, Juma. And no sad and say, a young queer, your national service, a dear sin and this war. Young Nabaka last year, Buffer Shock on Kuano, National Service 80 over 600,000 baht. Yeah, no, you have to supply school feeding, rice, and no Kumawu, a Juma Air Cost War, National Service Air Cost War, Okon of East Tantala, a year Yagaba Kubori, and also a Juma Air Cost on Yukuma. San Yamabi saying, and San Minaki Bianchi, Frank Yedi Uncle, which is not a tier for any extra for. Yabastra, when some Air Cost War. A be a sabi a busim cabi any nipabi neeta. But me mono, our Office of Social Protection, as our National Investigation Bureau for some immediate sabi. Why a one year on better?
Freddie, I some no credit and what Chanitiano. I before and some special prosecutor and somebody. Not as I was saying, this could almost be when I had a sababon saying, I'm a baby. Yeah, that's a partner when you're at I was for Frederick a day. Well, no, your special aid, and I bought for some call, and more quantity for penny. Our National Service Authority and no honorable was SB entry, the Casama for some call, and Yanini didn't community. Some the work can say National Investigation Bureau for a year and I before, and can be an eye for no, and after special prosecutor for woman some your Muyamushumunti Yasha. Now, Susa or Fabian is the body of Robefa.
The
boy, Ebefa. No, and I see near you, young Charlie.
Yan call Yanim, Ewan, some for Fromuna. Yan free national services and Semuna, Yan San Famra, and Yosemuka cra. And Pipi Amanu Kuabium, and Unum as KaseÄ. Now, one some ya wonum can wonum Hremwa. Which them say, and Manimu ya. Once about talk or missing say, about one Bessiama Comako. Besse doom you no being some. Wonum enshe na wonum ensa to aswenka na wonum say yo muka mu kire mu say abato mbeso ya makoma akudum yenu bi de wonum bi before no onji tumpa wa hotoso se yonum dia wonum anwi sa abato mbeso ya makoma akudum yenu ablekuma atifi ya kira ablekuma north constituency wakai kwe central tema central dom kwa benya afano north obuasi east afano southwest agwetia sum fantia kwa north sawama doejiri ana techiman south wonum echiremu a saa nkonwan wonum de omu se wonum adinim ya ene MPP amanyoku ensam ye omude atudwa ene amanyoku no woni ehwe wonum abato ene emra ensam so electoral and legal affairs committee wonum ena edisa ansem etudwa omchirem se wom de womu a hotoso paase saa nkonwa dum yenu yi ababegu MPP amanyoku no wonum akache na akane amanyoko no jomtrani former national chairman Ura Mark Menu ya wono na nei ogina mu no okasaye no osra abato commission sa dawroma sa abato mbesu ya makoma akudumienu abosu ana ne kenkan ye koso abibi nti abato commission atwe asensen anase wa homeso no wo modin won sa mefrase na won to aso enkenkan na ne wo nyina emra emeto edwa na afei ndc fo nti mu asese sa nkonwan MPP fo na anwi
parliamentary candidate honorable Nana Akua Owusu Afiye has won the parliamentary seat with 414 votes difference. According to data collated from all the 281 polling stations in the Ablekuma North constituency, Honorable Akuya Afriye of the MPP obtained a total of 34,613 votes to beat her contender, Rebel Obem of the NDC, who obtained 34,199 votes. We have scanned all the 281 pink sheets issued to us by the presiding officers of the various polling stations before transporting them to the EC Collation Center. Despite knowing that they have lost the parliamentary elections in Ablekuma North and the records on the pink sheet, the NDC and their parliamentary candidate are refusing to accept the reality and to respect the will of the people of Ablekuma North as expressed at the polls. They are still desperately seeking to mislead their supporters and the general public.
Ononya for Bita Makmanu nene ana iyatibie.
Yes, I edema kwamra shebedwe fiemu. Na minority leader anakandi for that dom kumano ano Dr. KaseÄ ato forcing wababonte no wabecheche mu se he. Omo NDC for mu nchele obia they say Ghana for ato aba kire obi kwamra shebedwe fiemu ade obetena majority for that bere de obetena minority for that bere. Nti they say nya ha obium omo ne obia antwe apobia bium kwesi saban foforo no kra. Ye beje na tuma na so obeswe in na watumi aba na wokeka na no so omo no ntana ho. Emma mpanifo aban we ya wokoi enhehye ne ma bi ya de wo ha kase bi ya ba beto aban foforo no ya eba no eso no nti omo si new laws be sia foforo bi ya obo pese omo kwaje ho enya de omo beje atum mining lease agreement so nya de omo beje atum ene ne ma hudro bi aban pese wo ye no de emmoa aban ya obeba no ene o mining ka kwa munyi ntumu nne ene ntumu china.
We feel good, and let me say that the issue of who is majority and who is minority has been determined by the people of Ghana. It is not up to us to fight over it in Parliament. Now it is obvious that the MPP majority has now been reduced to Nkokwanka. So that's what it is. And we'll go ahead and do the business of the day, business of the people, and ensure that the right thing. So I want to make something very clear. We will not support anything that will commit the next government. This is a transition. We should allow the next government to make the determination. But anything that will seek to benefit all of us, and all of us agree to, we will support that, like bills, lawmaking. But those loan agreements and the likes of, leases and all, must wait for the next government to make that determination.
Honorable KaseÄ ato forcing or your minority leader say na yetene no na majority leader your Honorable Alexander Afenyo Martins and also one of the Sabre yango 6 January there. Aban to ye bia nhye also mo yom rahye bedwefo no wan kandifo.
The heated atmosphere you saw prior to the elections will not be seen today. I mean, now as they will say, Obiang on the smoothest level. Remain the leader of government business and majority leader till the 6th of January 2025. I said that it was inappropriate for me to go and sit on the minority bench when I was on the minority leader. Even on the 7th of January, I am the minority leader. I will sit on the minority bench and keep their feet to the fire. I mean, life continues. Listen, in 1997, MPP came into the parliament of the second parliament.
Honorable Alexander Afenyo Martins, majority leader, NNAT.
Na yapiem ewo ekumfi ananum atrankonwa wonu magina tukum na ananum sam ya wonde tudwo se omu kasa de akere mampani dada John Dramani Mahama nei Ghana ato aba mane bie mu se womra meye Ghana mampani na ananum se de ka kire nyina sa dawroma nei ma wonyanyi mu omomoden na onye omani nyina bafua adododie wo mani mu bia wo cha wonche ne pepepe o masisire bia emmem koba ne sai na kire se oyekandifo papapa na wonsam ya wondi tudwa no nkire mu se nyame anim mre bi atwa mu mampani na dan kwakufu ado ensem ye ode baba tuudwa se wo manfo mu akumfi onma nto aba amfa ma NPP amanyuku eba wondi ne ko abato mu Francis Atukujo enti ena mpuntuo onum enya bie ene ade 2020 abato mu wo ma nto ama NPP enti na mpuntuo mu nya bie na nanom kyerem se entwa yie kura ya kyese hana nanom pa na no mu srema mpenda da adwo ma se adawroma won ye wo ba no wo me kyere pepepe onum hu ne se wo ye onum eba preko pefri se mpenda da John Evans Atabese onyan baby ekro na ni wura no no ana odi ne naase na ofiri mu ma woto aso ye na dwuma de kwa wie ne nei wokotra ncha Ghana fo asa akwakofa no de no abanti won de omu nse oyomu dia preko pe nti omra na omesomsompa na enhye womani nyina ni onyam.
The overwhelming endorsement by the people of Ghana justified the unwavering trust and confidence Ghanaians have reposed in you and your party as leader to reset the country to the path of economic freedom to improve the living conditions of all. Your dedication, your excellency, passion and commitment to making a difference is truly commendable. As you embark on your new journey, we kindly encourage you to embrace teamwork, foster inclusivity, and promote the spirit of collaboration. We have strong confidence in you as you chart a new path that will improve the plight of the ordinary Ghanaian and make their lives better to justify the high level of confidence we have reposed in you and your party. We, the people of the Bunsi, were plainly told that we were neglected because we did not vote for a particular parliamentary candidate as our own son. And we know that you will not fail us as you step into this exciting chapter of your leadership. We wish you continued success, fulfillment, and joy in all your endeavors.
Order for action ya wotoso nwoche ana yatene kan wona ye nananum atrankonwa agina tuko ye wo ekumfi no onum panipa ya woti onma no president de ma ekumfi traditional council nene ana yatibie.
New Patriotic Party alan pipi amanyoko ni mpanifa babonten na we ya desrede na omodi aba omosre amana mai mumpanifo international communities no afe civil society organization CSO for na afe intentro ene woni a omani di kamanka bia memo democracy enimu pa so omonhwe no momfo omanuntum bi no omomoa electoral commissioner no na yese ba akofo redura egu ekwaya ndisi fo afa so peso mo ya wagadre ene ne manema no emo anti sampanifo nyina aba mu bi na omani di ache de omanu tumu bi a ebeboa ne nyina ye eya abato mpesua ba komienu bi aka mentebe ho ase ye koso wo hono no ene wo se sampanifo mram na animanimu ya na bibia enkoda din na oru Alexander Afenwoma Kensi oya majority leader ena wo ye no wo boso se watese deputy communication officer ema National Democratic Congress ndi samanyokuo so wo bebo nipa be ahanum 5000 ano edo o makọ police training school no makọ ye awurukade na menteme ho ase dwumadie bi wo ho nti wo besra mpanifo enso mu ntem.
These are not Democrats. Another go slow. Whereas Dr. Baumia considered defeat even before EC's official announcement, they were not ready to accept defeat in these constituencies that day. They were not ready to concede defeat where they knew clearly, because their posture was that they won't allow the process to continue. And then, in fact, on Friday itself, after they have successfully gotten the Anadolu Press constituency coalition disrupted, then they came to the others. The police had arranged coalition tables for the other constituencies. In fact, Petiman South has started. They were collating. For Southwest, we had their table, we had Obuasi East, and all the Ashanti region seats were supposed to be collated. And then the following day, Saturday, was for Greater Accra. They deliberately disrupted and then used social media to threaten the police, whereupon the police found that they could not provide security, in spite of EC's insistence, because it was not sure of its ability to provide security. And you recall that was when the deputy communication officer, I don't want to mispronounce his name.
Honorable Alexander Afenwoma Kensi majority leader nenenete.
Na wononyafo na na yi akwansa eyam rashe dwani de mo manfo a wonu mo ogomu amfimfiri abato mbasua so mfimfiri mantoem ana waba monten so sa ne wa wo chirim sa nya no krense bia ba beto monten so se afia ba ne yetu wie ye kenkan ye na wadi ntwo ema woji twatum woto form jire so twahwe ni ade o se enya no kre wen twa anhwe baabi bia na wonde woda ne manfo no ase mposo ma ne kwanya se wonko so mu onum brase dwafie mu manfo na di tumi ma no si adan mu dia ma obi ufura we ntwahwe wo mu ane de yin wo ntwahwe bia
super no ye obi eni wa wakọ the hospital eni banda hospital may faint she am because me nyame no de megina de more central na no o da ho ye me nyame a mesoma no obi eni wo botum de ma to fam o sa me mo nyame nti no obi beti de wo se na na yi awe collapse nya omeda na wotu no wotu aban chi nyam she nyam megina me na do me hospital mi tipo mpam she nyam because baby am finam na me de baby am pino na sebe kafate na mbina gombe sesi ska nti no bi na adwen nde me kwatwa ahwebia no me pede me gina fura yin TV do se radio do da me katire gomafo de me tiapo papa me na executive ni aye tapo emi me tapo me na asem si ni shoku pe fi me ni wase amma na antofom ni bodu fie ni didi ni gare na jakopa ma me da fe so ni dudu da ni ko office ni ko me adwuma nti no me pede me katire me shegomafo afogode me tapo wonye didi no mumu de me nda kakra kai se bibi wo ho na de me ye magomama ya me wo ho me nda me chi magomafo o sa me gomafo na wa che me nyam
ono nyamfo na na yi akwansa gomu amfimfira baton besu asomra asedwane ne na yatie
Ghana man pani dada ya se ya to abama no na wote patamu semu se jata John Dramani Mahama ana one Voice of America VOA for edi nkomo na ne nsama odi atudwane sa dia ba ko esa ka ho na dana koma so pa ye forest reserve no ye kwaye na ye jato ho na omutu agudie ewo mu no obebe ni nyina obefi ano kwa obeye mra edi ataye chiri na wabo New Patriotic Party MPP amanyuko no wabo wa echi papa eso matimi atena ho ahwa ma forest reserve makoma kwadu asanso yetu agudie wom wasini nyina ka obi na nsuo sai no nti oba no osi ano a ogidi se yensuo ni nyina ye pika potote se ntwoma no ni nyina ebetumi afri ho amaniema atotoyie na obi abeka ya said ye democracy hub for edena nsa ye chireti aban we efa sa illegal mining ne ho no no ka ho bi no se atona koma so pa eso obehwese forest reserve na yetu agudie wo ho ni nyina no obi abejaye.
When this government came, they passed an LI which allowed entry into forest reserves to buy, and since the last 8 years 37 forest reserves have been there have been incursions into 37 forest reserves. Some have been almost completely destroyed, and so the first thing is to stop mining in forest reserves. And so we're going to work with the Minerals Commission and the Environmental Protection Agency to see how we implement the law so that it stops this poisoning of our water bodies.
Mampani a wote patamu John Dramani Mahama nene ena yatie no
yenko yenanimwe na ye toaso no breka krani ya hyase ye ne osofo azachi atakura edi nkomo afa ye bronyadi anwabo aye edi animu ho ntoto ye ne ade ansana bronyano ankasa duru honom the advent na ye bobo bonsam ba kum yenu bi so ni nyina na ye de hwe bronya no mu nsam ne ade a KaseƐ su ye di kan ene no wadi nkomo se Matthew asempati ba ko imwadi onu mienu na duonu miensa ne ye ka ze Kristo Yesu ye Emmanuel, Jesus our Emmanuel, jere nyame okan ho no eno de ne kire na ene ye pese hwe asemfoforo Yohani asempati ba ko imudu nai John chapter 1 verses 14 na ehoni yegina asemu a wakano ne fa bia ye fa ne ahwe ozi and the word became flesh and made his dwelling amongst us na asem no baba ye honam na ebetna yenmu and the word became flesh and made his dwelling amongst us we know ekresen asembe na baba ye honam yi na ekwan be na fa so eba betna yenmu ye ne sofo atakora eni nkomo na nadaroma onnom ye nyame nim de ani hunumo ode ama no wo nasemu no onfa mo baba we di asomdwe nka ho yo nyumre we di enim se kwam danso nyame adom bibia aboko asafoma na obi aho ye
yes nyame adom bibia pa
edo ba de ase yedo ase nso pa wo kire ye pa nyame asem na esrese nyame nkoso ma anim de ani hunumo nyumre ye hye the word became flesh and made his dwelling amongst us. Asem no babaye honam na betena yemu. Asem benia na baye honam kura breben betena yemu sen.
Yeda onyate ke wonanti akonya fufu. Na ye koswa ewodi na sem. Atam ya ye kan Yesu Kristo eho na bronya tru bronya na ye kai Yesu Kristo na wo ba oba wiase na esan atwea tene Yesu Kristo ba obesan ababio na se wo hwe yo enwoma no a the motive another trimu pokesie pa eta nwoma no atire no ene se na onyankopon nam Yohane so ma nipa nyina ehunu ne afiase onyankopon ba wiase. And so God became man, came to dwell among us. Onyame ba wiase ni nipa ebetenaye. Na onyame ba wiase ni nipa ebetenaye no na Yesu Kristo so ene ni nipa ebetenaye. The Yohane person said Jesus was fully man, fully God. Yesu Kristo ye nipa na oye onyankopon so. Enti won sa ase atre na fem no. Na okase John chapter 1 verse 1 vitiase no na asem no wo na asem no onyankopon na wo na asem no yo onyankopon na wankwati no anye pribi biara oye. Enti verse 14 e ka ho asem kase asem no onam asem no be ye onam no e Jesus Christ onam obe Mary no nti asem no na eyi onyankopon afeedie asem no aba nipa tibia mu asem no aba nipa mu ene nipa aba betena na de ntima onyankopon ye da nyina ne se boni a ebe ya se de yedi ka kire ne ka ho asem no abone ma nipa no onyankopon tem eteye ne senti onyankopon pe se wo san di nipa ba ne enbie no. That's a say, Oma Jesus Christ be wiase na obewu na obeji nipa enkwa. Na kwanya obetumi afa na odi abeji nipa nkwa mste obebe nipa tibia mu na woni nipa ba betena. Ndi Yesu Kristo ba nipa mu ni nipa betena woni nipa nante woni nipa ye adwuma. Ndi Philip fo ngoma ne say oba Hebrew fo ngoma ne say oba nipa tibia mu ni nipa ba betena ye. Nanso wanyebone enti the word became flesh to us. Ye kan asem ni nyina no asem no beye honam ni nyina ye onyankopon a oba nipa tibia mu na woni nipa eba betena ye said ye beye no betumi adi nipa asan akọ ne nkyɛn bio David asia no sa asem no anedi onyankopon ho na asem no ye onyankopon no na ye Jesus Christ enu nti edru bro nya bere se ya na ye kai Kristo onyankopon de ne ma yen ti Yohane asempa eti ye ndi mu dia na kada onyankopon do bia no de ba koro no ma ye no biara obaji ye no wonyera wonya dankwa ti sabre we ye bra ye kai Yesu Kristo be na obewu ye beje nipa enkwa.
Baba ye na wase papa anwumre nso said ye nyame na mo so yo no da no anwumre nso nam so ayo bi mo amenti ase ani hunumu wa bi enti ase ne wanti e bedo ase nyame nshira pa
pedazo fata nyame kan
pa chon kan so ho pa anti we Reverend Azachi atakra kwam dan so metais asafo no one sofo a wɔhwɛ so ɛma nyame asafo na ene enwumre nso wadom na wama yɛn enti ase nyame asɛm yi
yekɔwie KaseƐ no ɛwɔ amano ne yɛhyɛ ase wɔ Israel ne nyinaa ne sɛ Kamal Adwan Hospital yɛ no wɔ Gaza mpapre so atifi fam no wɔn kyerɛma na Israel sojafo akɔtoto topaye ene akodeɛ wɔ hɔnom na wei no ɛnwanwa ene sa ya sabia na ɛwɔ hɔnom no baabi adwumayɛfoɔ ne wɔ no baabi aso obi yare mu yɛ den yɛde kɔ yɛ intensive care unit no ɛhɔ ɛna wɔn akɔtoto ya afi baabi a enyamkane a wɔn ayɛ generators ɛwɔ a nka enyamkane ani hɔnom na ɛma wɔn power no ne nyina wɔn akɔtoto topaye ɛwɔ mu ya aha adwen wɔ hɔ paa saa na school ya ɛno wɔ kan unit nso ɛno nso wɔn akɔtoto akodeɛ ni bi wɔ hɔ ɛno deɛ bɔmbo kora topaye ɛna wɔn atɔ ama nipa duo no ɛna ɛwu wɔ hɔ school foforɔ mu yɛ Bet Hanon ɛno nso na wɔn akɔtoto atopaye ama nipa duo 9 mmiɛnsa 43 ɛna wɔn nso ɛwu ɛwɔ hɔnom a ɛnam soɔ ama Al Jazeera wɔn cameraman Ahmed Alua ɔno nso so wawu ama Torrential Bremu aboafo ɛyɛ rescue workers ni bi nso so num nso na ɛwu aka ho akyɛ sɛ asɛm ne mu ayɛ den ama sɛ amansa ku ba tan kyerɛ na kyɛ sɛ wɔn hwɛ a na asɛ gyae de aba abɛhwɛ wɔn kyɛ sɛ Israel fo asɛm wɔn ka ne sɛ wɔn bayire mu paa kora ma kyɛ sɛ Syria fo na afei Palestinian fo baabi a yɛ wɔn de nyinaa wɔn agye de aka wɔn yɛ afa wɔn mu nyinaa nso di soɔ na sɛ mpanimfoɔ obu nkonta de ato ano na efi sɛ ntɔkwa ne hyɛ aseɛ no nipa Israel fo kum wɔn no yɛ ka na mpem aduanan enum 45,000 ne aduonu nwɔtwe ya wo mo prepare so de ene na yan kan so Israel for de apem no wa ha aduasa nko no ena ewu
ntoa KaseƐ nso na yenko ewo France manum na France man so na yakwa kopie mu France manum a ewo nso yesi ahum KaseƐ bi pa ya abɔ no ene o ma no abakosem wo mu sese wonum de ye ntoto ho a bese frinsia duokono ba bi ye atwamu kura ana sɛ humbrani wonum ehu bie iya adin a wondi atoso ene cyclone Chido na wonum echiremu a na ɛyɛ France ne India ma no pokasia ya etwa amanu mienu emu na mama mienu ne so na gidi sɛ humi efiri so ba ya ne enya agro yɛse afie ahodo sumagu aya sabia yɛse enya agro kra na afisam aso yɛ no ɛyɛ French Ministry of Interior anu ma ba amane se nyamye ne nukure nie se on betimi aka animanimu ya ato ano se bia nipa dodo sei eno ho aka wo se hum kese num de be den pa afri se ne asie no enye adeketo apa ondi omu ne se ye brichi ana to rancham kase na ato wo man no a kire bere bi achi eno on betimi ahunu nsunsun aso ya ede ebaye on kire mu a se de esi etie no jese oso anu a enso ugina ba bia enyina nti wonum twɛn na agya niema brasia wonum atimi ahwɛ bia nipa ho kan ye ne japade ado ya asɛye ene adeade a na wonum ade ensem esie no na wonum bɔ manfo kokɔsa adaworoma ne aduro no woni ɛwɔ saa fa honom a hum kesi atu obi anhwɛ no yie papa firi sɛ wura ba akokra de oso okire mu onde o jese ekuro ba akon ehum ni ma ne hum ne so sɛ ehu no abokuro ni nyina makuro no adane amanfo nti mantam no ayeten ede ama wonum papa ewo France ma no emu
abusuafo ya de KaseƐ bonus trade time Korea na asamo Emmanuel Oduro executive producer Jimmy Cliff na woni ene o mobile studio Christabel Pondazi Momi no na Christabel Obapa Prisi zaka mbeka ba ku no Priscilla mbe Obapa Prisi enso enono DJ Mo enso ebe ne nam ha medi ede Maame Efia Nyarko papa bi me na mebra
Wofa Atta Frimpong yadom asiama monitie ene hwe yesoso enwum de to
ya matiefo nyina afihia pa ya sha ase edi buru nya no